Hello ladies and gents, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of myths surrounding vehicles. For example, some rumours that you can shoot vehicles in certain places and destroy them quicker. And we'll be looking at the new meta surrounding vehicles and explosives. One thing that does interest me, especially when it comes to trucks, is that there's two types of play that I keep seeing in Warzone. And there's one which is the team just goes all out and just shoots everything they've got at the truck to destroy it. And the other is the team just remains quiet and lets the truck just steamroll through and carry on with their business, because being able to destroy them appears to be so difficult unless you've got a perfect shot and you can shoot the driver out of the seat and get them that way. So we'll be looking at the best ways to destroy the truck in particular, because it's the hardest one to destroy, and looking at which is the best weapons or equipment to use to stop you getting run over and feeling a bit silly. So the first rumour I've heard is that if you shoot the truck in the engine block, you can destroy it quicker than if you shoot it anywhere else in the truck. So I've got a truck here, I'm just going to shoot the rear first, and then I'll get a brand new truck and shoot it from the front and see the difference. Just need to deal with this guy on the buggy. Does he not know that science is important? Right, now he's dealt with, back to science. So the vehicle was disabled around the 130 round mark, and then around 170 rounds the vehicle was completely destroyed. Right, so let's do the same thing again, but straight into the engine block and see if we get a different result. So same weapon, 200 rounds, and let's see what we get. So the vehicle's disabled around 130 rounds again, and then destroyed with 176 rounds used. So roughly the same, there is no difference. That is busted. So the next one I've heard is that an ammo box can get you out of a bind. So you know where people throw it on the floor and explode it to kill other players. Can you do the same thing with vehicles, and will it act the same with the same explosive power as a C4? So as you can see there, the car survived. I'm just going to check how much damage it's got left, and it's barely damaged the truck at all. So that is busted. An ammo box won't save you unless the vehicle is pretty much on fire when it runs over the box and you shoot the box at exactly the right time. So that one you should probably give a miss. Now, one thing that's interesting about the new Cold War weapons is a lot of them have attachments that increase vehicle damage. So I'm going to get the DMR, keep all the attachments the same, but use the barrel, the Cavalier Lancer, which has, as it says, boosted vehicle damage. So we're going to see the difference with it on and see the difference with it off, and see if it actually is worthwhile put it on there if you're constantly having to fight vehicles, and see if it will help you out. So we've already gone through two 30 round mags, so 60 rounds. And then around 70 rounds the vehicle is disabled, and then you just got to basically wait for it to be destroyed. You could have carried on shooting if you had more rounds, but still you're looking at beyond 90 rounds to destroy a truck with the DMR. So let's switch it out, put it in the new barrel, and see if we get a different result. So all the attachments on the DMR are the same. The only difference is the barrel. And we'll see if it makes a massive difference. So again, got through two 30 round mags, 60 rounds, and the vehicle is disabled with 22 rounds to spare. So it disables the vehicle 2 rounds quicker than if you don't have that barrel attached. So if your only reason to have it is to destroy vehicles faster, don't bother. So whilst we're on the subject of the truck, let's see the new meta and see what is the best method to destroy the truck. So I've got the PILA, or the PILA, whatever you call it, which is the highest damage launcher, although it is a surface-to-air launcher, and that still takes 2 rockets to destroy the truck. Next one we'll look at is the Jokr. Jokr's one of my favourites. It does take quite a while to lock on, and the rocket takes quite a while to reach its target. But it's always good at scaring people in helicopters if you're constantly locking onto them. And as you can see, it only takes 1 rocket to destroy. So currently the Jokr is the way to go with destroying a truck the quickest. And then we got the old faithful, the RPG. And as most of you may already know, it takes 2 RPGs to destroy the truck completely. Well, 2 direct hits anyway. Now, when it comes to equipment, I see a lot of people, and I do it myself especially, when you're in that frantic moment where someone's coming after you in a truck, you just throw whatever equipment you've got equipped. So if it happens to be Semtex, you throw your Semtex and hope that it'll make some damage to the truck. Maybe the truck's already damaged and you can finally take it out. But if it's a completely fresh truck, as you can see now, you're going to need at least 4.5, 5 Semtexes to destroy a truck.
I'll drive.
So for C4, it's 2 C4s to destroy the truck. As you can see.
Locate and secure cash. Hostile attack chopper carrying cash.
And proximity mines, which is the one that shocks me, to be honest, the most. It's 2 proximity mines, so whichever is quickest, C4 proximity mine to get out of the way and try and destroy that truck. Obviously, if you've been shooting it before, you can throw one of them and it'll get the damage done and hopefully take it over the edge and destroy it. And when it comes to all the other vehicles, 1 RPG, 1 C4, 1 proximity mine will destroy all the rest.
Last.
Now, one final thing I wanted to look at was how close you had to get your explosive to the vehicle for it to actually have any influence over that vehicle and destroy it. So when I was testing through this, I went up to about 10 meters and the vehicle wouldn't be touched. And I found the sweet spot was about 7.5 meters. So if you just sort of gauge that and then keep that image in your mind of how close that is to a vehicle, you've got that obviously in all directions of the vehicle. So it's actually quite a large area if you was to fire an RPG, let's say, on top of or near a truck, where you're going to cause a lot of damage. And you can see with the car there, it actually 7.5 meters or 7 meters where I did it there, you just disabled the vehicle, so it was just within the damage range. So I think that's really the limit as how far you can go out. And this just shows that with the quad, as you can see at 10 meters, the RPG has no effect. And then you put it down to 7 meters and the quad gets destroyed. Now in this one, I'm using C4 in the same sort of proximity, so I'm going up to 7 meters, using the C4. So with the RPG, it disabled the vehicle, so it wasn't as powerful the further it was out. But with the C4, it's obviously more powerful than what the RPG is, and it destroys the vehicle completely at 7 meters out. So again, it's quite a distance, but just you need to keep that image in your mind of how far away that is from the vehicle, of when you can then blow it up. Now one final, I know I said final, but this is the last final thing that I want to look at, and it was quite interesting when I first started looking into this, was the difference in the damage a car and one of those buggies can take. So what I've done here, as you can see, is I've put the car up, I'm going to fire my DMR into it, and then I'm going to fire into the buggy, and we'll look at the difference. So it gets disabled within, what was that, 12 rounds? Whereas the car was exactly double, 24 rounds to get to that same point. So if you're ever looking at the two and which one you should travel in, always jump in the car because it's going to give you more protection than the buggy does. And equally, if you see a buggy approaching you or a car, always engage the buggy. It's going to take 12 rounds from a DMR to destroy it. And obviously it's quite open in the buggy, so you end up hitting a lot of the occupants inside and potentially killing them first anyway. So that's all I've got for this episode. If you like the video, please drop it a like. Consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. And share the video with anybody that needs any assistance in their Warzone game. I'm just going to leave you with this last bit of footage, which should help you, anyone that loves playing Plunder. The attack helicopters in that, if you have a Jokr handy and an ammo box, it will take 5 Jokrs to take down one of the attack helicopters, as you can see here. So enjoy the last bit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.